Have you ever wondered what really goes on in a woman's mind when you decide to walk away? No more chasing, no more trying to prove your worth? Does she secretly regret letting you slip away? Or does her pride push her to mask any sense of loss? And if you choose a calm, self-respecting exit, will it trigger curiosity, fear, or a newfound admiration on her side? Stick around for 15 key insights based on both practical psychology and a Stoic approach, so you can navigate this scenario with clarity and composure. 1. When you leave, you cut off her fuel supply. Some women get used to constant pursuit, like a car running smoothly on a steady supply of fuel. That fuel is your frequent texts, attention, and readiness to meet all demands. The moment you suddenly pull the plug, ceasing to chase, her engine can sputter. She may say things like, "Oh, I'm not bothered," but underneath, she might be uneasy. Could he have someone else? Or did he lose interest? What? This phase often leaves her feeling an odd emptiness, missing the admiration she used to receive. In psychology, when a habit is broken, people experience confusion. A friend once said, "I stopped sending her my usual good morning texts, and within 2 days she asked, 'Why haven't you messaged me?' Half joking, half complaining. I assumed she didn't care, but it turned out it was part of her daily routine, and without it, she realized its importance." This illustrates that she might not strictly miss you romantically, but misses the energy and attention you used to give. 2. The subtle shock when her ego is hit. Not every woman openly admits, "I'm shocked you walked away." Some maintain a facade of indifference. But if she's used to holding the upper hand, your abrupt withdrawal can deliver a big blow to her ego. She might have believed you'd always chase while she just stood there as the prize. Now, you flipped the script, forcing her to face the truth. "I got left behind," or "He's strong enough to stop seeking my approval." A common reaction here is denial. She might tell friends, "No way he can forget me," or "He's just pretending. He'll come crawling back." She's trying to reassure herself that she still wields control. Emotionally, though, it reveals a crack. She's no longer certain about her once comfortable position. Ego bruised, she might mask it behind dismissive talk. Stoicism suggests you can't prevent her pretense, but you can choose not to get roped into proving, "I really do still want you." 3. The crossover of curiosity and loss of control. A surprising twist occurs. Once you walk away, her curiosity often skyrockets. She might quietly check your social media, watch your stories, or send a casual, "Hey, how are you?" Her main goal is to see if you're as easily swayed as before. By gauging your response, she figures out whether he left because he's truly done, or is he just sulking, waiting for me to beckon him back. If you respond enthusiastically, you fall back into the old pattern. But if you stay calm and collected, she grows uneasy. Curiosity intertwines with anxiety. Is he really that cold now? Did he find someone better? This is precisely where Stoic thinking appears. Let her deal with her own emotional turmoil, while you remain steady and don't alter your behavior just because of a random message. 4. Why she sometimes suddenly reaches out with affection. A common paradox arises. She once ignored you, yet out of nowhere, she starts showing concern. "I miss our walks," or "How's work been?" She transitions from distant to friendly. Often, it's the realization that she's about to lose a familiar source of attention, like not really valuing an object until it's nearly gone. The big question is, does she genuinely want to reconnect because she values you, or only to reclaim that sense of being adored? You'll only know over time by being firm in your stance. If she appears once or twice and disappears again, she likely just wanted to test her control. If she persists and shows fresh positivity, there may be genuine change behind it. 5. Rebound. When she hurries to replace you. After you leave, some women quickly show off a new guy or publicly flirt with someone else. This might fill a void or attempt to make you jealous. The aim? Prove she's still hot property with plenty of options. But in reality, such rebounds are often hasty and shallow, collapsing easily in the long run. From a Stoic lens, don't get hung up on her choices, who she's dating, what she posts on social media. You only govern how you react emotionally. Resist blowing up in jealousy. Accept it as her path. If it's truly a rebound, her lack of stability will eventually surface, not impacting your personal growth. 6. She denies it by blaming, he's weak, he's too needy. If you walk away and she's unwilling to admit, I lost a decent guy, she might pivot to a defensive script. I was already bored with him. He's too clingy. We had no future. It's a tactic to preserve her pride, flipping the narrative so it looks like she pushed you away or you weren't good enough. If you look closely, such remarks might be unfounded, merely helping her cope with rejection. You don't need to respond or justify yourself. Stay confident and let her puzzle over her own story. Sometimes even mutual friends sense the inconsistencies. Ultimately, reality stands. You're the one who chose to leave, and she's grappling with hidden hurt. 7. The quiet acknowledgement of your worth. No matter how much blame or denial she uses, if you remain resolute, no rushing back, she may privately concede. He's not as dependent on me as I assumed. This can spark new respect or at least intrigue. Similar to Stoic principles, true value isn't forced on anyone. It becomes evident over time. She might think, he's not the type to sacrifice his identity to please me, which could elevate your standing in her eyes. If there was any genuine feeling before, she might wonder if she should give it another chance, and that might drive her to reach out again. 8. When a return might be genuine. Not every woman reappears just to toy with your emotions. There are cases where she genuinely realizes, I was too arrogant, too insensitive, or he's special, and I messed up. You can sense it through more sincere effort in how she treats you, not just a casual message to check in. It might look like consistent outreach, real apologies for past actions, and respect for your time. Still, time is your ally to verify her motives, preventing you from slipping into old cycles. Listen to actions more than words. Stoics remind us it's easy to speak sweet promises, but real changes demand visible follow-through. You may choose to give her another shot, but keep that clarity and self-respect in place. 9. The effect of becoming the stoically minded man. Throughout this process, if you embrace Stoic thinking, focusing on controlling your inner state rather than her responses, you gain emotional solidity. You won't let her possible contempt or praise define you. Observing your newfound composure, she might respond in 2 ways. A spark of excitement, since she rarely meets men immune to emotional manipulation. She's drawn to your steadiness, feeling she can't bend you to her will, leading her to step back, albeit with a trace of regret, acknowledging you have a self-sufficient masculinity she couldn't harness. Either outcome favors you. She either respects you more or removes herself, giving you space to grow. 10. Happy front versus a crumbling fortress. Don't be surprised if she's outwardly beaming on social media, partying, or posting how great life is. Sometimes, that bright exterior hides real disappointment. Many women mask a sense of loss with an upbeat facade, partly to avoid seeming vulnerable, partly to show you, I'm perfectly fine. It's akin to a fortress that looks intact but is weak within. Stoicism advises you not to jump to she's over me. People cope with hurt differently. The more happy she appears, the more she might be battling internal uncertainty. Understanding that helps you avoid confusion if you still have feelings for her. No need to blame yourself or pine. But also, don't let it fool you into dashing back to rescue her. She must handle her own emotional journey. 11. When a man weakens and the cycle repeats. A common trap. After a period of no contact, the man softens upon seeing her nice gestures, believing she's changed. He rushes back, showering her with affection to compensate. Soon, she slips into her old aloof ways, reaffirming her control. Her gentle approach was merely to test if you remain manipulable. At that point, you lose all advantage you gained by leaving. That's why consistency is crucial if she reaches out. Be polite, but not blindly enthusiastic. Verify if she wants a real partnership or just your old chase. Stoic advice: deeds outweigh words, wait and watch. If you jump back immediately, You show you're still swayed by her emotional triggers. 12. Watch out for the sudden up-down tactic. Some women unconsciously use sweet today, scornful tomorrow to keep you off balance. They might not even fully realize it's manipulative, but it's quite effective in holding onto the prey. One day she praises you as fantastic. The next day she says that's all you've got. If your composure isn't strong, you'll feel mentally tossed around. This push-pull dynamic can be mentally draining. Stoicism suggests, instead of reacting impulsively, observe. Ask yourself, do I want to be with someone who flips from admiration to contempt? She might be inherently unstable or intentionally controlling. Either way, you shouldn't lose your peace over it. If she persists in such swings, you have every right to step away for good, because there are more balanced, kinder people out there. 13. The chances of a true turnaround. It's not all doom and gloom. Some women genuinely have an epiphany after you walk away. I was arrogant. I lost a good man. She might reflect seriously, own her mistakes, and try to be more respectful. While not everyone does that, if it happens, you'll see genuine changes in how she interacts. Fewer controlling moves, more openness. Deeper conversations, no more snide remarks. Owning up to her part in the problem, instead of blaming you. If you still have feelings, giving her a fresh opportunity is okay, provided you remain watchful. Don't dismiss your past hurt prematurely. Stoicism counsels alert patience, not numbness. If she truly puts in the effort, maybe you can rebuild a healthier relationship. 14. The power of choosing to leave entirely. Some men worry that leaving is too severe. Yet sometimes, walking away is the only way to protect your peace. A relationship that perpetually injures your self-respect. Why cling to it? Some fear being labeled a quitter, but stepping away requires courage. The courage to not let your emotions bind you. The courage to lose a person who might be dear, but is ultimately detrimental. From a Stoic vantage point, leaving isn't escapism, it's exercising control over your own life. If she won't respect your boundaries or refuses to change destructive behavior, staying just intensifies mutual exhaustion. By choosing to exit, you reclaim space to pursue happiness on your own terms. 15. Final meaning, self-governance and self-respect above all. Ultimately, you realize that no matter her reaction, you can still find serenity. She might move on with someone else, publicly laugh it off, or badmouth you to her circle, but you don't control that. You do, however, govern yourself, and that's your greatest weapon. If she later regrets it and returns, you can decide accordingly. Or if you opt to keep the door closed, you won't feel guilty. You invested all you could, walked away with dignity. That's the deeper essence of Stoicism. Genuine happiness stems from how you define and preserve your own worth. We've explored multiple angles about how a woman might respond, internally and outwardly, when you decide to walk away, interwoven with Stoic principles to maintain your composure. From initial confusion to possible denial, from rebound attempts to sincere self-reflection, the process is complex. But the overarching message is simple. Never forget to honor and prioritize your own value. In short, a loss causes shock. She may feel uneasy or even try to win you back, sometimes just to reassert her control. You can't fix her core personality. If she merely misses the attention, not you, the outcome is unlikely to last. Focus on bettering yourself. Enhancing your personal growth, guided by Stoic calm, helps you stay balanced. If she truly changes, let time prove it, and keep your clarity intact. If you found this perspective helpful, hit like to show your support, share with anyone who might need a similar viewpoint, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content on psychology, relationships, and practical Stoicism. Remember, you don't need to chase anyone's validation or turn a connection into a compromise of who you are. You can choose to step back, respect yourself, and let her handle the emotional whirlwind of losing you. That's a hallmark of a grown, self-possessed, truly compelling man. Stay resolute and thrive on your own path.